depression. And so mental health care, again, is another area that we can focus on and say that in every school, we can also say that let us have counseling centers, counseling department, so that our school-going children, in case they have already been in that challenge and they have maybe been affected by that, then they can be counseled, they can get enough counseling, enough advice, so that they can overcome the challenge that they are in. And even make sure that in all the health centers, we can have the counseling center department, so that those who are suffering from mental health can also be taken care of. Sex education is very important, it is paramount, and it is better for us to educate our young people now. Prevention is better than cure, instead of us waiting to get into the problem, because we are already in a mess as a country. A lot of our young people, a lot of our young children are out of schools as a result of that. Many of them are infected and are affected by the challenge that they have encountered as a result of a lack of sex education. And it is high time for us as parents to see how best we can sit with our children, even before we think of the schools, to introduce that and have that in the curriculum. It is better for us, it is good for us to encourage every parent, because if we go back to our traditions and the traditional practice, whereby the parents, the grandparents sit with the children and just have some discussion in the evening. I know many people are busy these days, but during the holidays, it is good for us to introduce time to be with our families, time to be with our young ones, time to be with our grandchildren, and just talk on some of these important subjects, because our children are suffering because they have no knowledge on some areas and no one is able to talk to them. Parents are too busy. The grandparents feel the children are more educated than them and they have nothing to offer. It is high time for us to encourage grandparents and parents to sit with their children and go back to our cultural practices, whereby parents sit with their children, talk to them, and discuss everything. Even if initially, as Africans, we were avoiding to talk about sex and sex matters, it is high time now for us to open up and discuss those things with our children. If you just look at the rate of the young girls who are pregnant and out of schools, Madam Speaker, it is something that we seriously need to talk about so that we can salvage the situation. Where there is no vision, people perish. And visionary leaders, visionary parents talk of the future, the past, and the current. And today, people run after different things. We do different things and businesses. We have no time for our children. It is high time as a nation to come up with a culture of sitting with our children, not only on sex matters, but economy, marriage life, and all these other things. Madam Speaker, if you look at the marriage of many people today, young people are suffering because they cannot sustain. They cannot sustain because young men are not faithful, and girls get married to people and they get frustrated. They suffer in bringing